All right, well, you're here with Drew McAllister today.
Hello.
Country One-on-One. I'm Jo Thomas, and Drew is up at Caloundra today, and he's playing for the Spring Hay Run, which has been happening all weekend. We saw the trucks leave this morning, 5 trucks fully loaded with hay, which was really cool.
Awesome.
So it's nice to. It was actually quite emotional. You know, you're proud to be an Aussie when you see stuff like that happening. You know,
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many people around our country that need our help. Farmers desperately need our help. So
Absolutely.
now I'm pretty sure that just about everyone in the Australian country music scene knows who Drew McAllister is. But you know what? There might be a couple that don't know who you are. So for those that don't, can you just tell us a little bit about
I'm
where
a guy that
you
loves
started?
cruising with Joe
Yes.
and having vodka
Yes.
shots and stuff like that.
Yeah, mojitos.
Mojitos.
Where's Maddie?
Maddie, where is Maddie?
Cornell. Come on, Maddie, we need mojitos.
We do.
Yes. So how did you end up, has it always been country music?
It's always been music. I mean, ever since I was a kid. I mean, I started singing when I was about 7. So everyone in my family's pretty much tone deaf except me. So I don't know where I got it from. I think my grandmothers on both sides, they had musical bones.
Okay.
So yeah, it's always been music, from singing in the choir at school to singing in school bands and the whole thing, man, right up to, you know, leaving school and you know, cover bands in Sydney and yeah, and I've had other jobs along the way, but predominantly it's been music.
Okay. So are you a singer who plays guitar or a guitarist who sings?
I'm a singer who plays guitar.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
absolutely. It took me a long time to even stand on stage and feel comfortable playing an acoustic guitar because I was always the lead singer in the band, the cover band.
Yeah.
Standing up there with the mic stand and yeah, so it took me a long time to really get my head around that. Now it's second nature, but I remember the early days was tricky.
It was tough.
Yeah, and I still can't, you know, I look at these guys that, other guitarists who play, you know, solos and stuff, and I mean, I started like 20 years too late. I mean, these guys were in their bedrooms 8 hours a day. I mean, that's how you get that good, you know?
Yep, that's exactly right. Okay, so you've got 2 albums out, which a lot of people probably don't know. They would all have to be aware of Black Sky, which is the latest one. But there is an earlier one, which is called There to Here. We're lucky enough to have that album, but then we've been fans of yours for quite some time. So we were fortunate. We actually stumbled across you. I actually didn't know that you had that album to begin with.
Yeah, a lot of people
I
don't.
stumbled across it, and I've sort of said to Dave, this is Drew. Really? No. Yes. Look, it's him. And so we bought it, and then of course the minute we heard you sing, we knew it was you. So if anyone's interested and wants to buy that album, can they still buy it?
I think it might still be on iTunes. Otherwise, I've got about 200 in the garage. If you
Cool.
come over my place.
Everyone needs to send
sale.
Drew messages on Facebook, and yeah, we'll
That's
just
it.
get some original albums out to you.
That's it. Look, I'm pretty sure it's still on iTunes there somewhere.
If not, we'll make sure it gets back up on iTunes.
That's it.
Okay, so you are a multi-golden guitar winner. Do you still remember that very first golden guitar that you won? Like, how emotional was that?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was, yeah. I mean, I've been in country for quite a while. You know, I'd done lots of other stuff before that, but you know, that's the pinnacle. You know, it was really cool. I think I swore backstage. Caswell said he repeats this story where I basically walk off stage going, "What the just happened?" And you know, it was really cool. It was really cool, and now I'm lucky enough to have 4. I mean, who would have thought? You know, all those years later, it's pretty cool.
I know, but it just goes to show how much talent you really do have. We're blessed to have songwriters like you in this country.
It might just be showing up every day, you know, not giving up. I think that's part of it. You know?
It's a tough industry. It's and you really do have to have a passion and and a love for it.
Yeah, I mean, and also I don't do anything else. I mean, you know, I know a lot of musicians like that. You don't do anything else. You're a lifer. You know, I didn't go and do a university degree. I didn't have a backup plan. So.
So this is it.
This is it,
It's
man.
either sink or swim.
Pretty much.
Lucky your wife loves you.
That's exactly right. Very understanding woman.
I've met Justine, very understanding. Okay, so back in the early days, did you ever have any thoughts of wanting to move to America and crack it over there, or you always wanted to be Australian?
Not really. yeah, I think I was pretty happy here.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of my country.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been to America lots of times, and I've seen how hard it is over there to crack it. I mean, you're a tiny fish in a really big
I was
pond.
going to say it's a much bigger playing field.
Yeah, and it's very, very cliquey, and it's very, you know, it's a 10-year town.
Yep.
Yeah, you've got to go there and immerse yourself in their culture, and you know, Keith is to date really is the only guy that's done that.
That's really cracked it and made it.
13 years.
Yeah.
So
it's a long time.
And you know.
And even then, he had to ditch his Australian manager to be able to make it.
Yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices. I mean, you know, I've never had any illusions. I'm happy to stay here. You know, I've been to Europe a couple of times and that stuff like that. I'd love to just go places, but I will always come back here.
Always come back home. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Now, you've written with many, many, many songwriters throughout Australia. I think the most decorated songwriter that you've written with is Alan Caswell. That man has got so many accomplishments to his name, absolutely phenomenal. And there is, I mean, I have to admit, I have a favourite song, although it was released under your duo, which of course is McAllister Kemp. But Dave and I had our bridal waltz to Baby Let's Dance. So, so thanks, Alan, for writing that song with Drew.
I think Baby Let's Dance, I think that was actually Troy and I. It was Troy and I.
Was it you and Troy?
Yeah, it was, yeah. I get
well,
confused.
thanks, Troy, then.
There's a lot of songs I could try to think, who did I write that with?
There was a lot of songs written when MK was going on.
Yeah.
You know, a hell of a lot of songs. So who would be the most, I suppose, the most memorable songwriter that you've written with?
Well, I mean, I've written with a lot of American guys who've, you know, I can't think now of the names, but guys who've written really big hits.
Yeah.
You know, the last guy we wrote with, he just had a massive hit with Tim McGraw, Dylan Altman. He wrote Blue Jean Night, you know, songs like that. So there are definitely guys that come to mind. I mean, but there's guys for me in Australia that are kind of my go-to people. It's Alan Caswell and Michael Carr.
Yep.
That, you know, you kind of come, you just sit well with. It's not uncomfortable. It's like an old pair of jeans. We just know each other, and you're right. You know, usually come up with something pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is the most meaningful song that you've written? The one that has the most meaning?
It Done By Your Love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that song. You know, essentially, a lot of people live that song. I'm still living it.
Oh yeah,
you know?
we live it every day.
It's. I think that's why it was so successful. And I remember writing it with Michael Carr, and we were sitting out the back on the back of my place in Neutral Bay, and just sitting on the steps, and you know, just trying to get how this idea was going to evolve and how we were going to do it. And 4 hours later, we did it. So yeah,
awesome.
That's by far and away the song that you know, I don't think I'll ever beat it.
Yep.
I'm going to keep trying, but I don't think I'll ever beat it.
Well, so long as you keep trying, we'll all be happy fans.
Good.
Okay, so as you mentioned, we're cruising buddies. So I just did my very first cruising country this year, as did Drew.
Oh yeah, no, I've done 4 now.
Oh, you've done 4. Oh, there you go. So he's an old hand at it. Too many mojitos for Drew.
Oh man.
So, I mean, those kinds of, I mean, I guess it's a festival at sea, you know. I mean, we have a lot of festivals around the country and around the world. So your opinion of a festival with a difference.
Yeah. You know, that's exactly what it is.
It's awesome.
I had a long chat to Zen and Els about this, and we were talking about different festivals that have not done so well, festivals that are still there. It's all about a point of difference.
Yep.
And this one, I mean, you know, it's such a unique, awesome idea.
It's great.
You know, I mean, and I know you know about the American cruises and stuff, but it's like nothing you'll ever do.
No, it's. I mean, if you only do it once, you've got to do it.
Absolutely.
And, we were fans of. We wanted to take a cruise. We'd never cruised ever, and we wanted to take a cruise. But I'm not one to sit around on a boat and do nothing. It's like we're not big drinkers. We don't want having a couple, but just like sitting around, and we don't gamble. So we thought, let's do a themed cruise.
All the things I do.
Yes, yes. So yeah, for us, a country music cruise was the way to go. I mean, country music's our life. You know, we live it, breathe it, eat it, and
it's a really unique thing for the fans too.
It is. It's fun.
I mean, you know, I mean, I quite like it. I quite like mingling with people and chatting with them, and it's a way to get up close and personal. And you're all just people at the end of the day, and we just have a bit of fun.
But next time you have to do that little secret that I told you about.
Yes, that was a great idea.
You must do that. Trust me, I'm telling you, it will work.
I will do it. Keep it between you and I.
Of
Don't
course,
tell anyone
I'm not
else.
telling anyone else. It's our little secret. You'll have to wait till Drew's on the next cruising country, and we're going to do that.
Yes, very good idea.
Okay, so the number one question, as most people know, you were half of McAllister Kemp. And McAllister Kemp folded. You broke all of our hearts. You boys were the worst boys on the planet when that news came out. And to my knowledge, no one's ever really asked the question. So I'm going to be that person that asked that question. Drew, what happened? Why did MK fold?
Too broke to fix. Just too broke to fix, unfortunately. Going in different directions. Had grown apart, and I foresaw a way that it would go further and be more sustainable, and we weren't doing that. Ultimately, it wasn't sustainable from a business point of view, and we didn't agree on a bunch of stuff. So,
so it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it's sad really, because we had a lot of great times, and we had. It's like a marriage, I suppose. We achieved a lot in a very short space of time, and but you can't change the past, and it is what it is. And I wish him all the best. And I've got great plans. I'm happy. I'm so happy now. Touring with my boys and having a great time on stage and meeting really cool, authentic, real people and having fun with them.
Yeah, and I guess, the one thing that we all need to be thankful for is, though, we don't have MK as a duo anymore, but we do still have Troy Kemp and Drew McAllister as solo artists out there playing. So,
absolutely.
Please jump onto their Facebook pages, follow their careers, support their dreams, buy their music, go to their gigs. They are two great entertainers in their own right, as you know, the tallest men in Australian country music. But no, they are great musicians, so please get along and support them. So, okay, I've just got a couple more questions. One is, I don't know if there's some young child out there who has a dream of wanting to be a muso. What's the number one piece of advice you would give them?
Go to university. No, I'm kidding.
That wasn't the answer I was looking for.
Look, arm yourself with lots and lots of knowledge. Don't just be able to write a song and just be able to play guitar. One of my biggest regrets is not getting really, really good at recording music. You've got to wear a lot of hats these days. You've really got to be able to know lots of different things. It's a bit like artists with social media now. You've got to be across it all. You have to be, or have someone who's across it all. I think you've got to be a little bit good at everything. And just go hard at each thing until you get good at it, and start early. I didn't switch a computer on until I was 27. And these days we live in a very different climate now.
I was about your age
too
when I turned a computer on.
I taught myself Logic, and I can record stuff at home, but not anywhere near as good as some younger ones out there. But I think it's important to be able to record your own music at home, do your demos at home, and be good at that. That way you're not having to pay anyone to do it, and be completely self-sufficient if you can. I think that's really important. And keep showing up, man. Every day, keep showing up, and eventually something will give.
Because there is a lot of knockbacks in the music industry. You'll get a lot of knockbacks, and you just got to put on that, I don't give a shit attitude, and just get out there and go and do it again.
You pretty much do. And that's life, man. And it's ain't no bed of roses, and you don't ever really make it. And even if you do, man, there's something around the corner. It's about how you deal with it. I'm trying to teach that to my girls now. Like, Tilly will have this complete meltdown. I'm like, Till, my gosh, you've just got so much in front of you. You can't just have a meltdown anymore. You got to go, okay, it's a problem, let's fix it.
I believe I saw one of those meltdowns. The ice cream machine wasn't working. We had a meltdown.
The 24-hour ice cream wasn't working. But that's life, man. You just got to keep showing up, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. So, okay, now this is probably the toughest question I've asked anyone all day, and I've done about 5 interviews today.
Okay.
You're having a dinner party. You've got 3 people to invite. Who are they?
Vince Gill.
Yes.
Big fan of Vince Gill, the way he conducts himself, his writing ability, guitar playing ability, vocal. Zach Brown, for much the same reasons. Probably a Genie. so I can have some wishes.
Okay.
Yeah, a genie.
That'll
3
work.
wishes. See, that makes it even better, right?
Why has no one else ever said a genie?
Yeah, it's 3 wishes.
You're a genius, Drew. An absolute bloody genius. Okay, all right. Well, that's it today because Drew has to take the stage in about a little over an hour. So he's going to rock it out up here at the Caloundra Powerboat Club. So thanks very much for doing an interview.
Pleasure, Joe.
And we'll see you again.
Thank you, sweet.